This is the Roadplay app about the routine in subprogram 7, tab number 9, which uses a pattern to make a line, and then it makes a road list and a playlist. Well, it starts out, it gets the given pattern 23 and puts it in pattern. But this pattern did not have the end point equal to the beginning point, which is necessary when you want to make a line come back and return to the beginning. So we have to add 1 to the header for this pattern to say there's one more entry in it, and we have to say that the last value for the pattern is equal to the first one. Then that will complete the line. Then we say the color is 333, and we're going to change the value of R, which is the rotation of the pattern. We're going to say it's going to be between 0 and 95, and we're going to multiply it by 10. Well, we know that that's then going to go all the way around from 0 to 950, and that would make a complete circle. We set the size to 140, the XY position 720, 300, which is the lower right. And then we do the dots operation to take that pattern and make it into a dots list. But in order to show it as a line, we need to define the width of the line, and that's the Q control register, which here is being set to 3. It then makes the line. Then it has to make the playlist. In this case, though, it's not in a loop because there's only one thing that it's going to show. And here it is the first value in play data. Because there's 5,000 added to the value, it means that it's a pattern in the app list. Let's show what I mean. I'm going to go down here and click on patterns. And here you'll see all the app lists. And by the way, under list D here, you see 78. It's highlighted with a dark blue, indicating that there is a pattern at that location, and you can refer to it as number 78. Well, I'm going to click on that 78. Here's what the pattern is. Now, so you can see it better, I'm going to go over here and click on fill, so it'll fill it in. It's this fancy pattern. Alright, that's the pattern that it's going to show on the road. Now, we're going to leave there. Alright, here's where it set that pattern. Here it shows the color is a dual color. And these other parameters show the other things about that particular pattern, how to show it. Alright, and there's only one thing that's going to be shown on the road. Then it fills the 200 values. That value was 0. And then it makes the road. Points are going to be 30 pixels apart. It's using the dots values that were created here when it did the dots pattern. The dots list is going to be used by road here to make a road. Each point is going to be 30 pixels apart. Then it says it's going to put the value of how many it found in M, and the X and Y values in value. But because there's an X value and a Y value for every one of the M points, the number of values in the list is N, which is 2 times M. And again, and it didn't have to do this time, It moved 120 values from the beginning to the end. But in fact, since it's only doing one item, that is pattern 78, we didn't have to worry about the fact that it was going to add one and go beyond the end of the list. So this would be superfluous. Then it goes on and it multiplies the number of points by 3. This is going to be a delaying action, so they won't move so fast that you can't see what's happening. Then it's going to do a tick. It gives a value of t to that value now, which is 3 times m, but then right away it divides it back by 3. So all it's doing is making 3 ticks for every change of the value of t. Then, because there are 2 values in the value list for every point, it multiplies t by 2. So down here, when it refers to the value, it's at value plus t. There's only one thing that's going to be in the playlist, and here's the play data. So it's only going to show one thing, but it's going to move around a 3-pointed star. Well, that is subprogram 7, tab 9.